We're in the last leg of the story. I'm just gonna write so many freaking words. I've been feeling so many emotions. I'm just being dramatic. The book is done. This is the second book that I've ever written in my life, and that's kind of crazy. Hi, hello, good morning. It is Sunday, November 19th, and I just woke up. I am really excited about this vlog. I am planning on finally finishing draft 1 of book 2 in my high fantasy novel series. And I think that's crazy because I feel like I've been writing this book forever. Really, it hasn't been forever. I'm just being dramatic. And I'm hoping that I can get that done this week. And I think that I will because I'm in the last leg of it. It's almost there. But there are other things going on that I'm really excited about. This week is Thanksgiving break. And I'm going home tomorrow night. So I will hopefully have more time when I go home, but I haven't done any writing this weekend actually, and that's totally my fault. But I did feel a little sick yesterday. I just couldn't write, and today I feel a little bit better. Hopefully I will be able to start writing today, and hopefully I can get Act 2 finished today, which there's not that much left. As for specific statistic, the manuscript is at about 99,000 words. I'm estimating that there's about 20,000 left, but who's to say, because I'm horrible at estimating these things. Today or tonight, we are going to watch the Hunger Games prequel. And when I tell you, I've literally never been more excited. I love the Hunger Games. I honestly, when I read the books as a kid, I loved them, but I didn't understand them to the extent that I understand them now. And when I watched it again, or the movies, and read the books and watched the movies again a couple years ago, I fell in love. I was like, where was this? How did I not completely obsess over this? I completely fell in love with it all over again. And I guess it was such a great experience because I forgot what happens completely. It was great to just basically be able to rewatch them. The second movie is honestly my favorite movie of all time. This prequel is about to change my life. So there's pieces of inspiration coming from the Hunger Games into my high fantasy series. Just hit 100,000 words. I really didn't expect to do that right this morning. I ended up writing almost 1,900 words, and that wasn't planned. I was only gonna write a little bit, but then I think I've finished Act 2. Actually, that's a lie. We're still kind of in Act 2, but we're gonna start setting up Act 3 here. Not that all of Act 2 hasn't been setting up Act 3, but I've got a list of scenes. Again, I am really excited about this Act 3, and I cannot believe that the story has already reached 100,000 words. Actually, I can believe it. It feels like I've been writing this forever. Also, it hit 100,000 at this one line that changed, it pivoted the whole scene, and it was perfect. I was like, I couldn't have even planned that. I don't know if I'm gonna keep writing. I really don't want to get into this scene, but there is a bit of an action sequence that comes right before that, but I'm thinking if I can just skip that for now, write the emotional scene and then go back and write the action sequence later, because I hate writing action sequences. I'm not good at them, and it's just really hard for me to picture things and then put them down on paper. I'm just gonna take a break, see how I feel, and then come back and write this really emotional scene that I will definitely cry writing. I think I'll be listening to Safe and Sound while I write it. I realized I forgot to update you guys about where I am. It is currently 4:20. Holy shit, it's 4:20. Okay, it's 4:20. I have written an insane amount of words today, and they're not all that good. I actually don't really feel like I can see what I'm writing, like I can't visualize it, but I'm writing it anyway. But so far today, I've written 4,160 words. I did not actually plan to write that much today, but I have reached a really good stopping point. It is really sad. I, in fact, did not cry, but that's because I'm writing it terribly. Like, it's so cheesy, and it's just, I don't know. I don't like the way I'm writing it, so I guess that's why I didn't cry. But the manuscript is at 100,953 words, and we're still in Act 2. I think I just finished Act 2. I can't really tell. Actually, no, I did. I just finished Act 2. Yeah, I think we're in Act 3 now. We're in Act 3 territory, starting at 103,000 words. And I kind of wanted to relax and watch a movie before I went to watch a movie later today. I also haven't eaten today. I forgot to eat because I was writing, and that's not healthy. I think I'm done writing for today. I finished Act 2. I was supposed to take the whole weekend to do this, but I guess I could just do it in one day. But it's done, and now we're gonna finish the rest of Act 3 over the course of this week, and I am literally looking forward to it so much. I watched the Hunger Games movie, and I think my life changed a little bit. I just feel like that it's such a beautiful story. It's my favorite. And anything that I write just falls short of the standard that that has set for me. I'm so grateful that it exists, but watching it and you know, revisiting the older movies and everything has just gotten me feeling a little upset, or kind of like nostalgic but sad. And I think it's because I'm so close to finishing my manuscript, and I know that my manuscript is not the best right now, or even like the full story that I'm writing is not at its best, but I have such an urge to make it perfect and to have it reach that like standard that Suzanne has reached in her novel series. And I feel like I'm holding myself up to such perfectionist standards that I feel like, why even bother writing it? Like, it's never gonna be that good. And I hate that feeling because it's so hindering, and no first draft is ever good or perfect. I just feel like I'm beating myself up over something that isn't even finished yet. But I'm thinking, why even bother finishing it? Because it's never going to be as good. Like, I don't know. I came back and I felt really inspired, and I like ended up writing another 500 words by like 1 a.m. So yesterday I wrote like a total of over 4,000 words. And they were crap. Like, the words themselves were horrible, because the scene that I was writing was a very, very important scene where one of the main characters dies. And I have been waiting to write that scene for literally ages, and then I wrote it and I felt nothing. Like, I didn't cry, and I didn't cry that much during the movie, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Because it's a sad movie, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm just kind of in a funk creatively, or I'm overthinking, I'm just too much in my head, and I really just need to like cut myself some slack. I hope that someday when and if I have my book published, that people will be able to compare it to the Hunger Games, because there will be elements of that in there, because there's going to be elements of that in everything I write, because that is where I draw my inspiration from. All of that was just to like rant about it, because I've been feeling so many emotions. It's just a lot. I feel like I'm feeling a lot right now. Anyways, I am going home today later, around 7 or 8. I might not end up writing more than like a few hundred words. I might not even reach 1,000, but I will do more starting tomorrow. Today I'm just like exhausted because I have gotten like 4 hours of sleep, and I have not had any caffeine today. This is caffeine in it. I'm feeling a lot of stuff right now. The goal is still to finish this manuscript by the end of the week. We're gonna do our best this week. Hi, I know this lighting is horrible, but that is because I'm back at home. Just to update you guys, I wrote about 2,700 words yesterday. That bumped up the manuscript to about 107,000 words, which is insane. But I am currently working on this scene that is, so I've been running into like a bit of an issue in that I wrote a very gut-wrenching, sad scene and I didn't feel anything. And I think that's just because I'm not in the right headspace to write this kind of stuff right now, because I just feel very indifferent. But I'm still gonna write it anyway because I still want to finish this manuscript this week. It is currently Wednesday. I'm giving myself until Sunday, so I think I'm at a pretty good pace. I just need to keep writing as much as I possibly can so that I don't end up having to do everything on Sunday, because that would suck. So Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving, I don't think I'm doing anything for Thanksgiving this year, which is perfect, honestly, because that gives me more time to work on this. So it is currently like 12 o'clock. I just got dressed and I'm just gonna start writing. Hi, it is 5 o'clock. I have written 1,900 words today, 1,962 words. And I'm already getting tired. I don't know what's happening. I really want to finish this book this week, but I'm feeling so fatigued just writing. I think it's because I'm creating more than I'm consuming. I feel like I just need to consume more like media, more fantasy related things. So I also have like my book with me that I haven't read yet, but I need to read. I really feel such resistance writing. I know that in my gut, like I just have to finish it this week or it's gonna take me even longer to finish it. My head is hurting a little bit, but I'm gonna power through that. I'm so determined for this. Like I really don't want to, but I'm just like so determined to do it. I'm always stressed out. I'm always writing. I'm always worrying about, oh my god, when am I gonna get home and finish writing? And it's like stressing me out and it's not fun right now. It's really just gonna be a sprint from today being Wednesday to Sunday. I'm just gonna write so many freaking words that I'm gonna hate it, but it's gonna be done when I get back, and that is gonna be worth it. It's gonna be such a relief to have this finally be done. I'm just gonna deal with it and power through. Hi, it is the next day. Happy Thanksgiving. I ended up writing 3,600 words yesterday and then forgot to update you guys on that. I am feeling better about writing today than I did yesterday. I actually started feeling better towards the end of yesterday. Last night when I was writing, making progress. I guess the trick was to just keep writing and not worry about how it felt to write, but just to make progress. I've already written 1,600 words today. I just finished writing a really sad scene, but it's like big for the book, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep it in another draft, but so much of this is not gonna stick. That's fine. Really, this is the exploratory draft is to help me figure out what the hell is going on. But anyway, this is how many words we're at right now. I guess I was wrong. I thought we were at 13,000, but I guess not. Or 113,000, but no. Ignore this right here. That's how many notes I have. The difference between these two numbers is the number of notes that I have in this document, which is actually an insane amount of notes. I also realized that I haven't been really taking videos of me writing and stuff, and that's because my house is a mess and there is really nowhere for me to film myself writing. So I'm just gonna keep showing you guys the word counts and you're just gonna have to trust me that I'm writing. is the next morning of Friday, November 24th. I ended up writing 4,000 words last night, which is really cool because yesterday felt like a very slow day. The solution that I found was to read. So I ended up reading The Hunger Games appropriately, but I found that after I read, I had such an easier time writing, like the words just flowed. Hi, it is currently Saturday. I did not end up writing that much yesterday because yesterday was really crazy. I think I only wrote like 50 words. I think that I need to write about 4,000 words a day in order to reach that. And currently I'm finally sitting down to write today and it's 5 o'clock. It's just been a really crazy week, and there's been 2 or 3 days of this week where I haven't been able to do any writing at all, and that was totally out of my control. I'm gonna be a little more lenient, but Sunday is still the goal for now. In my dorm. It is kind of a lot later than I expected it to be, but it's 6 o'clock and I really thought that I would have more time when I got back here to work on some stuff, but I do have homework that I need to work on that is due tomorrow, and then I also have more homework that I need to work on. In terms of writing, I have quite a bit left that I don't know I can do in one day because I still have other homework that I need to do. I did say that I wanted to give myself a week, but I didn't have, 7 full days to work on this. We're in the last leg of the story. All right, so an update. It is 9:30 and I just finished writing a monumental scene and I think I'm pretty happy with it. It was one of those scenes where you listen to songs like Cornfield Chase and it's all like very dramatic, and so I feel like in terms of energy, the scene is up here and I am physically like down here right now. It is kind of upsetting that I don't feel excited about the end of this manuscript. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a night for today and then see if I can get this done Tuesday. Monday. I am so tired and really cold. I just finished doing all of my homework and stuff, and now I'm gonna sit down and eat dinner, which is just leftovers from takeout yesterday. So I'm gonna just take 30 minutes to relax because I haven't done that today. And then afterward, I think I'm gonna try to finish this manuscript tonight. It is currently 6:49, so it's about 7 o'clock. I can at least make a huge dent in the manuscript or finish it if I can get on a roll. I'm really looking forward to the next part of working on this. It's 8:24. I took a really long break. I finished dinner and then ended up watching an episode of Game of Thrones, which I had intended to watch only half of, but then ended up watching the whole thing. I feel a little bit better than I felt yesterday writing. I'm gonna start writing and see how many words I can get out before I have to go to bed. just to give you guys an update, it is currently 10 o'clock. I have written about 2,000 words, and I think I'm gonna finish it tonight because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scenes left, which sounds like a lot, but they're actually turning out to be really short. And I think that, yeah, I think only one of these is going to be about 1,000 words, and then the others are going to be really short. So I'm going to finish this tonight. The book is done. Oh my god. It is just before 12. Well, it's 11:30, so it's still November 27th. I don't know what to think. My brain feels so just out of it right now. I feel like I'm out of words. I am so tired. Oh my god. It'll hit me tomorrow. And right now I'm too tired to like comprehend what I just did. But what I do understand is that I am one step closer to finishing this series. And I'm still so many steps from the finish line, but it's incredible that in the span of a year and a half, I've written 2 first drafts of this book, both of which I finished this year, so that's a pretty big achievement. Time for stats. So today I wrote 3,600 words. So curious about where this ends up. Okay, the full draft, the full manuscript ended up at 120,856 words. I'm gonna count that as 121,000. Just because that's just so close. That is a full 8,000 words less than book 1, interestingly enough. But I feel like book 1 and book 2 being in the same range within, 10,000 words of each other is pretty good. It's time to format everything so that I can finally print it out. But I'm gonna save that for tomorrow because I am tired and I should be asleep by now. So I'm gonna leave the fun part, the formatting and everything, for tomorrow. But I am so incredibly proud and still reeling about this. Listen, they were not the best 3,600 words I've written before, but they got the book done. They wrapped it up. It is done, the first draft. I will never have to write the first draft of this book again, hopefully. But I am so incredibly excited to see this in a physical format where I can hold it, because that feeling never changes. It's been a couple of days since I printed out the story, and this vlog should have ended a couple of days ago. But then after I printed it out, I realized that I forgot to change the font size and the actual font of the manuscript, and it was still in the same font that I'd written it in, and I hated that because then when I would read over it a few months later, I wouldn't be able to see it with like fresh eyes. I don't know if that makes sense. So then I had to print it all over again, and mind you, it was 400 pages, 200 sheets of paper, and I had to print it again, and I felt so bad because I was like, this paper is going to go to waste. But then I realized that I can just recycle it. But then I was like, I don't want to recycle the whole thing because I don't have a shredder, and I don't want someone to just read the first draft or like have it or whatever. So I think what I'm going to do is shred it myself and then recycle it. But I had to like Google, I was like, does recycled paper actually get recycled? Like, 'cause I was really wanted to make sure before I printed it again. And so I didn't waste paper or anything. So that is how it looks. It is huge. It's still 9,000 words less than the first book, but it's actually like insane. So there's just something about printing out your work and seeing it on paper that just changes the way that you interpret it. And I feel like seeing this on paper, all of a sudden I was like, it's not that bad. Like, I was so worried about it being mid, and like I hate this draft. But after seeing it on paper, like printed out, I was like, this isn't that bad. With that being said, I finished book 2. That is literally crazy. I feel like I don't know what to do anymore. I've been so anxious for the last like 2 days because I'm like, oh, there's something I haven't done and I need to do, and it's writing, but it's like I don't have anything to write, at least not right now. It was becoming such a point of stress for me. Yeah, so this is gonna go on the shelf for 3 months. I'm not gonna look at it, not gonna read it, not gonna touch it, not gonna think about it, but I am gonna work on this story, not this particular one, but like overall story a little bit more. I'm just gonna take this weekend off. I'm actually going to Nashville this weekend with a couple of friends. I'm gonna get into working on organizing my notes and just doing so much other stuff about this world and this story that isn't necessarily writing, but is still progress towards that. I'm really excited to get into that, but I just want to say thank you so much for watching this and all of the ones before this. If you have, this has been an absolute journey, and this is the second book that I've ever written in my life, and that's kind of crazy. I'm really proud of myself for doing it because this has been my dream forever. I'm gonna end this vlog here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.